and welcome to another episode of Dietitians Dialogue. My name's Jamie Portnoy, your host. Today, we have a very special guest and someone I know very well, my manager, Trisha Ligon. Hi, Trisha.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks very much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Well, Trisha is the manager of Advocate Weight Management, but before we get to know all there is to know about Advocate Weight Management, we want to get to know a little bit about you.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Trisha Ligon. I am the manager of Advocate Weight Management, which is a multidisciplinary weight management group. We have several locations throughout the Chicagoland area. I've been doing this for about 25 years now. We started at Condell Medical Center, which was our solo practice for a very long time. And then in the last 2 years, we've been able to expand out through all of Advocate.
Wow, very good. And so how did you get interested in weight management?
You know, I have a personal interest in that. I battled my weight most of my childhood and my young adult years, and my degree is in exercise physiology. So when I was coming up through school is when kind of the idea about weight management and wellness and those things were coming about, and I had the opportunity to actually intern at a brand new department and service line at Condell Medical Center, which was wellness services and weight management. And so from my internship, it kind of has grown up from there.
Sure. And you said that there was a couple different locations within Advocate Weight Management. Can you give us those locations that there actually are?
Sure. So we have two locations that report into Condell Medical Center, and they're located in both of the fitness facilities, in Gurnee, the Center Club there, and in Libertyville, the Center Club that's right on the campus of the hospital. At Lutheran General Hospital, we also have a large clinic there, and we're located in a medical office building that's attached right to the hospital. And then at Illinois Masonic, we are in the family practice building at 4600 North Ravenswood.
So there are 4 locations that one can choose from.
At this time.
Yes. So you guys are growing. Is that what I kind of hear at this time?
Absolutely. So the goal will be over the next few years to have a multidisciplinary weight management clinic in every Advocate hospital service site.
Wow, very good. And then also, going back to the very beginning, you said the interdisciplinaries. Can you expand a little bit more on those interdisciplinaries?
So each of our clinics has a core team that consists of a medical doctor, a licensed social worker or clinical psychologist who does behavioral support for us. They have an exercise specialist to provide one-on-one exercise consultation, as well as any type of injury that patients may need to overcome, so they can do some consultation regarding that. And then a registered dietitian. The staff also will include office coordinators, clinicians who are our great first point of contact with the patients and gather a lot of information for us. And then in some instances, there'll be additional coordinators on board.
So you're dealing more with then the morbid obesity population, is that correct?
Absolutely.
So if a potential patient wants to come in, and we'll get to obviously a little bit more in detail a little bit later, but what generally are you seeing? Do they usually have comorbidities? And if you can go into a little bit more on that, that would be great. And generally their body mass index, what are you usually seeing on that?
So in our program, because we do what we would consider obesity treatment, they do tend to come in, they have a higher BMI, so their body mass index, which is a simple math calculation of height versus weight, but their body mass index is generally 30 or higher. Most of our patients, however, are 35 or higher with a comorbid condition present, or 40 or higher. So most of our patients have 65 or more pounds to lose and are trying to navigate some other disease processes in their life as well. So we know that the influence of weight reduction will help them to navigate those comorbid diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Especially diabetes. If we can help people lose weight and keep it off long term, we can help them to manage their diabetes much better.
So along with all of this, reducing the weight, how about what comes after reducing the weight? Because we know that it's very easy to lose that weight, but how about what do you do when you sustain the weight? Is there anything that you have emphasis on sustaining the weight?
So the program is actually 3 phases. It's reducing, which is the first phase and generally the easiest phase. People will think it's the hardest phase, but it's by far the easiest phase.
Sure.
Then we take the patients and we adapt them to a regular food plan. They do that by meeting with a dietitian one-on-one over the course of, let's say, 5 to 7 weeks, and we'll adapt them into a regular eating plan, and then they'll move to the sustaining phase of the program. So we're very careful to tell our patients as they're coming in and learning about us through orientation that sustaining is the last phase of the program, the longest phase, the most important phase of the program.
Absolutely.
And sometimes the hardest phase of the program.
Absolutely. And during that sustaining phase, are they meeting with any individuals or, because obviously we want to make sure that they sustain and maintain their weight long term.
Absolutely.
So are they seeing any interdisciplinaries during that phase?
So during that phase, the sustaining group is led primarily through the direction of the behaviorist.
Okay.
But if they need to touch base with the dietitian to have their meal plan readjusted or the exercise specialist to have their exercise plan readjusted, absolutely they will see them in clinic as well. They meet individually with the behaviorist, and then they have what we call more like support groups when they're in the sustaining phase of the program that are led by the behaviorist.
And so one more question that I want to kind of get into. What do you see as a success? Because I'm sure our viewers want to, reach out and understand, what you see as your patients being successful.
Absolutely. So, for a long time it was the Metropolitan Height and Weight Chart.
Absolutely.
And who can obtain that weight? I don't have any idea. So what we have done is we've really looked, there's a long-term study, it's called the Framingham Study. It's a multi-generation, tens of thousands of people participate in this study. And through the study, they found that if you could reduce your BMI to 25, that your risk factors for those comorbid diseases go away. So clinically, when we see people in the clinic, we coach them. Their ideal body weight would be a BMI of 25. So it's something that's much more obtainable for the patients. We also set a goal weight for the patients. So if one of my patients is coming in and they have a couple of 100 pounds to lose, their goal weight would be to first lose half of the weight. And then they can determine if they would like to sustain at that time and live there for a little while and then go on and reduce some more later, or if they want to try and get to that ideal weight, that BMI of 25.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, that's, obviously, and the biggest thing is if you're following the plan, then you're going to be successful.
Absolutely.
So, that's wonderful, and this is great information. So if a potential viewer wants to come in and learn a little bit more about the program, see if maybe insurance, and we didn't touch on insurance, but I'm sure insurance may possibly cover it, but I'm sure that that's going to go into a lot more detail.
Absolutely.
Can you give us a little bit more information if someone's watching this and they want to learn, a whole lot more information about it, where to call, what's the next steps?
So at each of our hospital locations, we do a weekly orientation.
Okay.
We do ask that people do call ahead to make a reservation.
Sure.
The orientation is no charge. They'll go over all fee structures, the 3 phases of the program. They'll talk about the multidisciplinary team, and they will talk about what insurance may or may not cover.
Okay.
We do a little pre-screening at the very beginning of the orientation so we can tell the patient if they have the potential for insurance coverage or not, so we can help them make a decision right off the bat. Insurances are likely to cover if you're diagnosed as being obese or morbidly obese. They're not going to cover if your BMI is not at least 30. And then between 30 and 40, it's on a case-by-case basis, which the specialist can help the patients kind of work through when they come to the orientation. To register for the orientation, there's just one number to call, so they don't have to call each separate hospital. They would call 847-990-5770, and then whoever is answering the phone will talk to them and ask them what clinic they would like to attend and what site location, and they'll set them up for the registration at that site. If they wanted to do a little bit of investigating, they could send us an email to Advocate Weight Management, all one word, at advocatehealth.com, and then that email will have one of the specialists return their information back to them that they're requesting.
Great. So that's great information. So if someone wants to and is watching and wants to get all of these interdisciplinaries, because it is a wonderful program, and they really do have all of the interdisciplinaries working on the patient and coming in and actually holding yourself accountable.
Absolutely.
Then they can call and they can schedule that orientation. So, obviously you get so much out of your job, but, is there one thing that you get out of your job that you can tell the viewers on a daily basis?
You know, and I was actually interviewing somebody and asked this morning. I love what I do. I've done
Sure.
this for 25 years. I really like the outreach, helping patients, helping them to make changes. I think at this point in the game, I also like talking with other doctors and specialists so that they realize how the disease of obesity actually works. I think there is a lot of misnomer. Everybody just says, oh, just eat less and exercise more and everything's going to be fine. They don't understand the addiction component of obesity
Sure.
and the drive, the emotional and the behavioral drive. So to be able to sometimes talk to internal medicine doctors or family practitioners and talk to them about how that works and why when a patient is diagnosed as morbidly obese, a program like this is so much more helpful than Weight Watchers or something like that has really been very rewarding.
Absolutely. And where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
In 5 to 10 years, we should have a multidisciplinary clinic in every Advocate hospital site, including those that are in the middle of the state, like in Bloomington Normal area. So.
Good. Good. Well, I mean, those are very big goals and you know, they're very big aspirations. So
Absolutely.
wonderful. So thank you very much for all of this great information. And we hope to have you on again to give us, you know, where the next location is.
Absolutely, I would love it.
So thank you, Trish, very much for coming on the show. And again, we will have this information out there. And so if you want to schedule, you know, that orientation, please give us a call.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So here's a special tip. You know, remember to eat every 3 to 4 hours. If you're eating every 3 to 4 hours, that will help to keep you satiated. And to help keep you satiated, remember to eat lean protein. So if you embrace nutrition, nutrition will embrace you. Remember, this is your show. We want to hear what you have to say. Follow us on Facebook, like us on Twitter. Have a great day.